Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News, and today we have a very special video. In this video, I want to tell you guys exactly what type of altcoins I'm going to be buying right now and what I think you guys should do if you're looking to get into crypto right now. I'll give you a couple of reasons to get into crypto and why not to at this exact moment, and we have so much stuff here. I want to tell you guys about a good strategy if you're not certain what to do with your money. Basically, what type of options you have to make money while not selling or while you are selling. We'll get to that in just a second. And we have some general crypto news after that and a little bit of stuff about the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit. So if you're excited for that, make sure you press that like button. And I want you guys to comment down below, all right? I am struggling a little bit to find out how far I should leave this little camera. Like, should it be like, ooh? Should it be like that? Or should I just crop a little bit off the top? Or should I have it all the way like this? I think it should be smaller, huh? So I should maybe just make it like this a little bit more. But you guys need to let me know in the comments down below what a good size is, because I'm just not sure. Maybe it's better to just crop some stuff at the top so you have less room space. This part gone, but I'm experimenting a little bit. You know, we'll get to there in just a couple of days. I think we'll have the perfect ratio. So for right now, I'll leave it like this. All right. Having said that, yeah, one thing I'm going to recommend you all to do is if you go to Live CoinWatch, CoinMarketCap, or whatever, go and press this little button right here. It's called Customize. What you can do is basically customize the entire layout of your charts. And if I do it like that, you won't see my hands though. And I do like when you see the stuff that I can do, you know. So one thing I would recommend you guys to do is to go press that button, go to the From All-Time High tab. If you click that on, I guess I have to click it on like that. If you clicked it on, what you'll find is all the way towards the right, there's a little section which says From All-Time High. And what this basically going to show you is how far these coins have fallen from their respective all-time highs. And I honestly think this might actually help you make some choices, because generally speaking, if a coin has fallen more from its all-time high, and you know this coin is not just out of date, and how we can easily see that is over the performance. For example, a coin like Bitcoin Cash here has performed awfully throughout the last year. I think there's a lower probability that coin is all of a sudden going to rebound. It's basically been going down lower, and it's down from its all-time high because it's basically like dead. But if you look at a couple of coins, like for example, a Luna, we can basically see there's a lot of interest in Luna. There's a lot of interest in Solana. Those coins are unfortunately not down that crazy much. Your Luna is only down 35% or so. But a coin like Solana is, for example, down 62%. And generally speaking, has had some crazy performance throughout the last year. Might be a juicy one to pick up purely from the perspective that there's a very high chance of rebounding. And we're not talking about it getting back to all-time high. We're talking about buying it right now as of this point, because it's so far down from it. There's going to take one hike upwards, and we can potentially sell it or do something like that, whatever we want. But it's a juicy thing, I think, to actually take a look at how far these coins are from their all-time highs. And you might actually think, it might be better to buy a token that's down 70%, that's had a crazy run over the last couple of months, than buy a token like an Ethereum, for example. However, I have told you guys before, I think it's very important to go for fundamentals right now, to not go for the hypey coins and go more for coins that's going to last. Specifically the tokens that are really DeFi related. One thing I've told you all is look into yield farming. Here's a little article on Business Insider, which, for example, talks about what it is. Yield farming involves staking or locking up your crypto in exchange to get interest or more crypto. Check it out for yourself. I honestly recommend. This will most likely be the best thing that you've ever done in crypto. So check it out. Do research, do it properly, and most likely you'll thank me so much if you actually start to understand it, because that's basically where you make free money. Now, you can use any exchange, I think, recently, or most of the time nowadays. You can use like a Binance, a Bitrue. Links are going to be down below. A KuCoin, Bybit. Usually there's some way, shapes, or forms to get some interest or yield on your crypto if you stake them up. And on Binance, for example, you go through the earn. If you press that little button, you'll see a whole little section. But on every exchange, there's a respected little part for it, and you'll find it. It's just something you got to get used to and got to get into. Once you've got it, though, that's the strategy. Like, whatever crypto you have, if you have crypto or the fiat, and I call USDT and whatnot, I call that fiat. If you have that, you get a yield on that, which basically means regardless of what you do, your money is going to multiply over time. So if you cash out or you don't cash out, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be getting more respective coins or dollars depending on what you had. Basically, you're going to get more of whatever you desire to have. All right, having said that, let's cover some crypto news, huh? So we've got a lot of stuff going on. Crypto trader who nailed the Bitcoin bottom in 2018 unveils bullish Bitcoin price trajectory for 2022, but there's a catch. Okay, so the crypto trader who accurately predicted Bitcoin's lowest point during 2018 believes that Bitcoin will go to a new all-time high after its bearish performance of the last 2 months. Smart contractor tells his 203,000 followers over on Twitter that he thinks Bitcoin will print a new 52-week all-time high. Will print a new 52-week low in the coming weeks before rallying to $100,000 by the end of the year, which all I can say about that is we'll see. If you're thinking right now about going to an all-time high, I think we're doing the wrong thing. What we should be thinking about is what can we do with the money that we have right now in the best form. One of the things which we should be looking at, if you ask me, right, is looking for the best altcoins to buy as of this point and buy things which were first too expensive or overvalued. Luna, for example, crazy performance, stellar performance in the last couple of months, but as of this point, pretty expensive. Solana, same thing, and might even say that for Ethereum, just tokens that have been on the rise for longer periods of time that you just didn't stack up enough. Right now, we're 50% down across the board. I'm not sure that we're going to get a chance like this again in terms of these prices, right? Can we drop further? Obviously we can, but as long as we're getting yield on whatever crypto that we do have, it doesn't really matter wherever it goes because we're going to get the crypto that we did have and we're going to make it more. The only benefit is if you actually sold that and bought more, you might have actually gotten even more than that, but that's difficult because then you're going to have to make a choice. Are you really that certain that crypto is going to drop further? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. You want to take that bet? I don't, so. Chinese investor Ryan Selkis seemed to agree it's the best buy to buy Bitcoin at this price. Well, I mean, relatively to the last couple of months, it's cheaper than it was for a long time, so yeah, it's a logical deduction as well. Ethereum Foundation cashed out a large sum of ETH at the peak yet again. Can we judge them? Think about it from this side. A lot of people are like, wow, what if a foundation sells tokens at one point or another? I'm like, well, that's logical because they need to make money to do stuff. So if a company, for example, sells some of their own share or whatever stock at higher prices, it's like, well, why wouldn't you? They're making money. They use that money for ecosystem building or whatever. Pay developers. Think about it. They pay for different things. Is it really that bad a deal that they're selling some? You might say, yeah, but why all-time high? Well, you might say they didn't know. Maybe they did know. Maybe they're manipulating the market. Who cares? They got the most amount of money out of it with the least amount of sales, right? So I guess it just depends on how you view it. There's always a positive way you can reason that. And so I'm never really negative about stuff like this. Dumping at the top is as well a little difficult part of it. Edward says, friendly reminder that ETH Foundation cashed out at the top. Again, ETH down 40% since then. At least you know they're capable. At least you know they're not stupid. They know how to fix the top like that, and they cashed out at that point. You know, a little clap across the board. Can we be happy about that? Debatable. I mean, from some side, they are getting more money in, so there's going to be more development for ETH. On the other hand, of course, they're dumping on our asses. So, yeah, you know, it just depends on your perspective. I saw this come by. I wanted to share it. I was laughing at this so hard. McDonald's job applications sold as NFT on OpenSea following the crypto sell-off. I was talking about this a little bit earlier on my Twitter. Hey, crypto bros, we got you. Apply below for a career at McDonald's. But now apparently they're going as NFTs out there, and I think it was kind of funny because, well, it's like the culture, you know, the crypto meme culture. If nothing works out, you go work at McDonald's. When in reality, McDonald's is not actually that bad a job at all, by the way. And well, I think it would be kind of, it's like a fun thing. I don't know. I like this. This is what makes me happy sometimes in the crypto space. Just these fun jokes and that it's all possible still, that nobody's too serious to not respect that. Okay. Then a little bit more serious note, by the way, about the crypto market. Tomorrow is honestly going to be one of the most important days in a very long while. Why? Well, long story short, guys. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos lose billions as tech stocks and crypto plummet. I don't think they care too much about the crypto part. Tech stocks have plummeted. Right now, I've been checking Twitter for a little bit, and I might have actually wanted to structure my video differently to make sure that people were sticking around for this important news. Let me know down below. Just say, yeah, watch to this point down below if you've actually watched this far into the video. What I wanted to say was I'm checking out Twitter, and one of the things that's trending on the right, you can see it right up there somewhere. You can see it. Why are U.S. grocery stores out of everything? I'm not too sure, but the entire freaking economy is having a real big dump on its head right now. I mean, earlier I showed you guys a chart where we can see the Bitcoin price. We actually noticed Bitcoin is not really that much down on a logarithmic scale, which is fine, but on a normal scale, it is pretty down. And if we take a look at the stock market over the last year or so, you can see that it's actually a pretty big dip. And that's, again, also what caused the Bitcoin dip. And so we can have a pretty crazy recovery if the stock market actually picks itself back up, which there's a high probability of, which is why I'm telling you guys, go for a couple of tokens that are far down further so we can actually kind of get the rebound. Even if you're not looking at all-time high down, look at how far they're down on the week. Maybe actually use that information to potentially get ourselves a little juicy buy on some of the coins that are further down. But it just depends on your side. I'm just looking at that myself to see what type of coins are cheapest right now, relatively, obviously. I wanted to say S&P down 2% on Friday, right, at the end of the day. Nasdaq down 3%. Tomorrow the stock market's going to open because it's Sunday today. And that's going to be potentially quite crazy. If we're seeing another really crazy sell-off, guys, that could be a really detrimental day for Bitcoin. It could. It's honest the truth. If it's going to be a positive day, most likely Bitcoin will have a nice recovery as well. Maybe 8%. Not financial advice because we don't know for sure. So watch out for the stock market opening. But generally speaking, look, guys, and take this from me. Take a good look at the correlation between the S&P and Bitcoin. And make sure you understand for yourself that the link is just too severe. So however the S&P is going to move is most likely how Bitcoin is going to replicate itself over the next couple of hours, next couple of days. Check that out for yourself. Check it out properly. Understand it. Can we say why the stock market is moving? There's a lot of different factors that come into play. And I've actually explained it a couple of times on my channel with like the warning type of videos. But I'm not sure what I'm going to call this just quite yet. Hopefully you did see the percentage down because I have to get used to a face cam being in my way, you know. But I'm going to try scrim some stuff off the top. Maybe like take this part off. I should do that. I should definitely do that. What I wanted to say, guys, is I think you already know by now. Let's just see if I can do it right now. Why am I doing that while I'm recording, huh? I'm just getting bothered by it now. Okay, so from the top, take 100 off. Huh? Better? 150 off? Well, even better? Maybe? All right. Yeah, I want to say we'll see tomorrow how this is going to come along. We'll have to check it out. I think the full is still fine. Yeah, we're still good with that. We'll see tomorrow how this is all going to play out. We don't know just quite yet. And my small little lawsuit update about the lawsuit, let me quickly check exactly. There's a little discussion over on Twitter. And generally speaking, what we're covering right now, what we're discussing, is whether or not the Bill Hinman speech was a opinion or not. The SEC said it was. Our side said it wasn't. Now the SEC is kind of claiming the exact opposite side, which leaves a lot of people confused. And so that's exactly what we have over here. John, perhaps the email to the SEC personnel was only partly described accurately by the SEC and was also copied to external third parties, such as certain persons connected to Ethereum or even Gary Gensler, without waive the privilege. And that's a reply to John Deaton, whom said, the SEC argued to the judge the speech was his personal opinion only. Thus, the judge ruled an email with a draft of the speech wasn't covered by the deliberative process privilege because it wasn't an SEC opinion. Today, the SEC objected to her ruling and asked her to reconsider. Because again, Crypto Law said, what is the SEC hiding? Their fight to stop release of Hinman's speech documents in court has become a flashing red light. Enough is enough. Demand Congress investigate the SEC. Connect to Congress now. And so let's quickly check. John said the judge made clear SEC statements to third parties are not privileged. If non-SEC staff are included in the email chain, I believe it would constitute a waiver of the privilege for the entire email. Clearly, any comments about the speech by non-SEC staff, if any, aren't privileged. And one of the lawyers, at least I'm assuming lawyer, right? Because he said so. If it's on the internet, you should believe it, right? Says, I'm an attorney and second John Deaton here. All I can say about that is let us see. Let us see in the near term what's going to come out of this. I think it's rather funny, to be honest with you, how indeed they, in my own opinion as well, stated before that it's just an opinion, everything around it is not really that relevant to now the SEC claiming it's extremely relevant, whatever goes around it. And it's kind of not an opinion. It's just such a vague situation, right? They were like, well, what exactly do you guys want then? You don't want us to see the email chains around it because you're claiming that it's what? What? Why not? Because it's strict SEC information? Well, but it becomes really difficult. If it's strict SEC information, that means it's not an opinion then, no? Yeah, I've been thinking about that for a long time. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm not 100% sure on this stuff. I'm not a legal advisor in any way, shape, or form, so I'm just speculating and thinking about some stuff. At the end of the day, we have to see in the near term what's going to come out of this. Pretty excited for the future of crypto, as you guys most likely know, but there's a couple of hiccups. There's definitely a couple of hiccups. But that's also what makes it fun. So once more to summarize what coins we're buying, a lot of coins that are just down, and a lot of coins that I could not pick up over the last couple of months. An XRP I'm definitely picking up, VeChain I'm picking up, Crow I'm picking up, just tokens that I've wanted to buy, but that were just skyrocketing out of proportion. Specifically, Crow has been doing amazing. Luna is one of those tokens as well. Then in terms of what we think is smart to do right now, if you're not sure to do with your money, if you're not buying or if you're buying, doesn't matter. Go for yield farming, look it up, check it out for yourself, very important. And then once more, the warning is for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the most important day for crypto in a very long while because it's going to determine if crypto is going to get another very heavy push towards the downside or recover. And so all eyes on the stock market, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later in another crypto video soon.